So, what boundary have you set up in your marriage or in your relationship that has actually worked? Before we even give you the five things that we're going to start this session out with, what is the one thing that you have set up in your relationship or your marriage that has actually worked?
And then I'm going to ask the question in the chat. If you're watching now or watching later, tell me what a boundary is. When you hear the word boundary,
Mm-hmm.
what is it to you? What do you believe a boundary is? Because this could be a real big issue.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times our definition of the word can be wrong, and we can think that we're setting a boundary when really we might just be
Trying to
trying
exercise.
to exercise control. We might be
Mm-hmm.
trying to exercise revenge. And so in the chat now, whether you're watching now or later, what is a boundary to you?
That you've set up in your marriage or your relationship that has actually worked. And I asked Renee this question just so she have time to prime it, because after being married as for the time that we have, you naturally are going to put things in place. But I know I'm thinking I know which one she's going to bring up, but I'll see, because if she doesn't bring it up, I'll bring up a different one. But if she does, I'll just agree with her. So go
Okay.
ahead. What's one boundary that
Okay,
you
so
set up that
before
has
I
worked?
say what one boundary
Okay.
is, I want to share what, and I say this all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and the chat you guys are putting in what a boundary is.
Hey, from North Carolina, Judy.
Thank you for
Hey,
watching
thanks
this.
for hanging out with
We're
us.
asking you to explain to us from your perspective what a boundary is.
And what have you set up in your marriage or relationship that has actually worked
So,
already? Before we give you five, we're gonna give you five more.
yep.
But go ahead.
And so I was saying, I always say this, and it really was very encouraging to me that it wasn't from in my brain, it was from the Bible and what I read. A boundary is an inward swinging door. A boundary is about you controlling you. And I love that what they say in the book is a boundary is when I stop and Gil starts. So basically, a boundary is just like, you know, when you go in therapy, they say put a circle around yourself. Worry about and work on what's in the circle. So basically, a boundary is what you use to restrain yourself, and not what you use to control or manipulate someone else.
You know, it's a gate and not a wall.
Yes, I love that.
And I love the way they actually put it. And I think it's in the book where it talks about it from the boundary is a gate that actually lets love swings in, but actually keeps dysfunctionality out.
Yes.
So think about that. Meditate on that one. It's a boundary.